Alright, this is an idle game called Aspiring Artist that I've been playing for 27 and a half hours apparently. Oop. Link will be in the description. And it's pretty much click on things, buy more things. The first, this thing here, free, but it doesn't provide income directly. Once you click on it, then it starts filling in the painting, which if I didn't have like a 1 billion% increase, would take a little while. As it is now, instant done, and then instant done with white for the next one. So here's what all of them look like. This is what just came in and is impossible to see. This is red, white. So red would just immediately fill that in. Eesh. Then there's green. You buy each one separately. It all comes into a different part of the painting. Once you hit 75% completed, then the name actually shows up, so you can tell what it is that the final piece is going to be called. These particular upgrades double whatever color you're upgrading. This one just gives a 25% increase to how fast it's going to be. Hem. That one, pretty simple. That's going to create a bar right there, which fills up, does the exact same amount as this bar, but is half as fast. This one just lowers the cost, which is pretty worthless. And these ones, they, once the color has finished being brought in, like say, I don't buy the yellow. Now that everything else is there, it starts doing yellow instead. And you can do that with pretty much every single color. It's quite a bit faster when you've got such a massive bonus, but if you want to see it fill in real time, like I said, linked in the description. Slowest part, once you've got this massive bonus, is waiting for the income to get you these upgrades that speed it back up. Since you get a base amount of income per painting, and regardless of how fast you fill it in, you still have to wait at that rate until it fills up. Like, once you have the white first two done, you still have to wait for it to get one full red bar completed before you can buy the red. Oop, right, purple. There we go. All of like 5 pixels. Alright, and now we get to the slightly slower ones. Usually, when a new color comes in, it's like the first one has like 5 pixels of that color so you can get used to buying it. And then the next one is massively reliant on that color. So this one, the entire sky is going to be purple. There we go. Got a 20% increase to most of those. And now time to wait. Because that is a lot of purple to fill in. There it goes. So, this pink is just going to be like 5, 6 dots for the next one. But it's going to be 5 or 6 dots that are probably going to be the last ones, even though as you go along into the next paintings, the costs for each pixel filled in increases massively, which is your whatchamacallit, incentive to reset and get that massive bonus. Unfortunately, you have to buy these things so it doesn't just stay in your slot thing and make you unable to get the next things going on. But at least it does allow you to get these things at a relatively low price. For the painting, you're going to be required to have them. Oh, okay. It's only 183 million% increase, not a billion. My mistake. Alright. And the last couple paintings are going to be the longest ones, or at least the last ones that you can reach at a given point are going to, just because that's how idle games work. You're almost always going to want the order of the operations to be white finish first, then red and going down, so that all of the, oh, this can now turn into this color, things work properly. The last couple levels can probably, just not follow that exactly, because eventually they're all going to be concentrated on that one thing. So a 22% in purple can overtake a 39% in pink with very little problem. Particularly if you actually invest into it. I would normally want to go with the most expensive dye upgrade thing first, because as it goes down the tiers, it becomes less effective at being that thing per upgrade. So whereas white is up in the, to the 11th now, if it got all the way down to orange, it'd probably be like 2,000 total per tick. Where tick is defined as each time this bar fills, or any of these bars. Doesn't have any music, which is interesting, I guess. Additional brush isn't the most effective, especially compared to straight up doubling, but it is nice to see. Pretty sure skillful painting beats it out in terms of efficiency, because straight up 25 is better than one more but half as fast, especially when you get to like the fourth bar. Pink to orange. So it takes about 5 seconds to get one of these things at this point. But this is the last painting, so it doesn't really matter that much. It doesn't even have any white or brown to begin with. Orange and pink are still going to be the ones that take the longest, so best to invest in them. But investing in these ones, at least it's getting 150 per upgrade or so. Okay. Now it's just a matter of sitting back and waiting for this to finish. Understanding of color, taste of childhood, puzzle, night at the bar, All Hallows Eve, lunch. Okay then. Melodic beginning, strongest emotion, nature, Lucille, thorny rose, holiday spirit, abstraction, the wild, typhoon, peaceful days, cosmic insight, which I'm gonna think is the best one, cherry shed, home, a cookie, desert dweller, which I think is supposed to be a cactus, but I can't be sure, diving, and that's all of them. Whew. And that was all of like 12 minutes. Could reset and get this percentage increase, but it's probably not the best idea. Only things left are yellow and down. So, yellow and all these are going to move over to getting this one done. And each pixel done is increasing the total income per second by that much. Double that. And at this point, doubling these ones is not going to be an effective use of resources. Going to want to go for the purple, the pink, or the orange, or for the cheapest things to try and get to those upgrades. Seeing as how the blue is almost done, and all of these are going to be much less efficient as soon as that happens. Oh, yep, dropped by a factor of 10. I wish I had an e to the x so I could tell how much these are without having to count how many digits. Alright, 9 digits there. And I can't move the mouse to keep... Okay, it's 7 digits. So that one's more efficient. Of course, it's almost done, so it's immediately going to be overshadowed by dropping to another tens digit and that being more efficient. So I don't know why I bought it in the first place, but at least I can double the orange. Well, at this rate, 18%, 20% orange at 15 minutes. At most, it's done in an hour. Well, hour 15 minutes, but I'm discounting the possibility that I do absolutely nothing and that every painting before now counted for nothing and none of these will do anything once they reach orange. Eh, nothing useful. Still nothing useful. Oh, and look, nothing but orange left. Gives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 digits. And in comes up to plus 1.11 orange per second. 100 of these equals one of these equals 0.1 of the 0.01 of these. Each 100 is one of the one after it. Until you get to orange, at which point it just goes up to 100 and doesn't change color again. Almost there. And it starts over. All right. That was Aspiring Artist. Time for me to close this thing.